Bang. I ain't taking nothing but win.
What's up, everybody? MoneyE here, back with another edition of the Unscripted Sports Show, episode 119, college football week 3, picks and bets. This is technically week 4 of the season, it's week 0, but week 3 is week 3, but technically week 4, the fourth week of the season, which was week 0. So week 0, week 1, week 2 last week, and week 3 this week. I just did an episode with my brother in Plymouth for NFL picks and best bets. So check that out. Week 2, we do 8 games over there, and I do 10 pick them for this game for the college football. I do 10, 8 picks for week 2 for NFL. We do 8 games on NFL and 10 games for college football for pick them, and give out our best bets. Best bets this week. Let's last first. Last week I went 7-3. Is that right? Yeah, I went 7-3 week with my pick'em. 14-11 on the season. There was only 5 games week 0, so that 10 games the last 2 weeks. So yeah, there we go. 25 games so far. Picked 14-11. I am 0-2 in the bet. I went 0-2 in the best bet, 2-4 in the best bets on the show, and 4-5 overall in best bets because I'm 2-1 in the short bid. And here are the games I got wrong last week. James Madison and Louisville over 56.5. Got that wrong, and then got the UConn game wrong. I had UConn money line. They almost won. They lost in overtime, 27-20, I believe. So let's get to this week's game. Sharing channel. First game I'm going to start talking about and giving away my pick is Houston, Colorado tomorrow. Should be a good game in Houston, 7 o'clock p.m. on ESPN. Talk about Houston. No, Colorado is Colorado. Colorado is 91st overall in offense, 78th in defense in passing, or 75th in passing, 88th in rushing, 121st against the rush, and 92nd against the pass, 115th in defense.
Bang.
Now let's get to the Houston side.
I ain't taking nothing but win.
Crazy enough, okay, back to now the Houston side. Houston 80th in overall in offense, 102nd in passing, 42nd in pass rushing, 54th against the rush, and 3rd against the pass. And they're pretty good against the pass, only giving up 78 yards so far. Only 2 games, but still. I have Colorado losing this game 31-28. So I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be a good game. So I think it should be an interesting game. Pretty good, decent game. So yeah, the next game will be New Mexico and UCLA. The 0-2 UCLA Bruins with I can't pronounce his last name, but transfer from Tennessee. He's going to start his UCLA career, which is wild. I thought they were going to win the first game. Let's start with UCLA here. They're overall 101st overall in offense, 110th in defense, 89th in passing, 96 in rushing, 126 against the rush, and 76 against the pass. So they're better against the pass than New Mexico. New Mexico comes in 1-1. They have a new coach after Brendan Mendenhall left for Utah State. They're 104th in passing, in offense, 108th in defense, 109th against the pass, 101st against the rush, 94th in rushing, and 97th in passing. So they have a balanced offense, but at least they're top 100. And that's New Mexico. For this game, I have UCLA getting their first win here. UCLA win their first game, getting off the snide. UCLA wins 24-17. First game I'm predicting from Saturday slate, 9-13-25 on Saturday. Number 4 Oregon versus Northwestern, who was 1-1. I have Oregon winning fairly easily. And let's take a look at there. Take a look at this. Now, I might not look at all these games, but we'll see if I can. Let's see. I don't know why. Hold on. Some games it doesn't let you look at the stats, which is weird. Here we go. Let's start with Northwestern. Maybe this one. Here we go. Northwestern, 74th in offense, 56th in defense, 190 or 19th against the pass, 108th against the rush, 55th in rushing, and 51st or 81st in passing. So they're in the top 75 in both offense and defense. So that's not bad. Not Oregon. Mighty Ducks. They're not the Mighty Ducks, but I think Oregon is it's going to fly under the radar this year. They were number 1 most of the season last year until they lost to Ohio State. So 8th in offense, 22nd in defense, 23rd against the pass, 43rd against the rush, 6th in rushing, and 23rd in passing. Or it's 20th against the pass, and 23rd in passing. So pretty good balance. They're top 25 in both offense and defense. They're number 1 team in the country. I think they can fly in the radar this year. They have a good quarterback, good balance. I really do think Oregon could be a sleeper this year, and I don't know why I didn't think of them in the Big Ten. Like they were like a forgotten team. It was Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Oregon, three in that mix. Oregon can win the Big Ten again. Oregon can very well win the Big Ten, and I don't know. I just forgot about it. Now Kansas State and Arizona got up in the Big 12 matchup. Let's see if I can even find this one. Oh, there we go. Arizona. I have Arizona winning this. I don't think K-State that it's good. I think they went 27-20. I don't think K-State is as good as people think. So Arizona comes in this 40th in offense, 23rd in defense, 30th against the pass, 35th against the run, 57th in rushing, and 26th in passing. So they are top 50 in both, top 25 in defense. That's pretty good for Arizona team. That was pretty bad last year. Now K-State, I think they're overrated. I think what's his name? Avery Johnson's overrated. A lot of people would disagree with me on that, but whatever. Everybody has their opinions. So, 81st in offense, 78th in defense, 54th against the pass, 45th in offense for passing, 112th in rushing, and 94th against the pass. Rush, and 54th against the pass, and 94th against the run. Next game, in this to it Clemson, number 12 Clemson versus Georgia Tech. I don't know why Georgia Tech's not ranked yet. I think Georgia Tech is going to win this game. I think Clemson's another overrated team. I haven't been impressed with it. They almost lost last week. I don't think they're that good. I think Debo. I wouldn't say he's an overrated coach because he won 2-0 championship. So. Coach that wins 2-0 championship is not overrated, but Georgia Tech 7th in offense. I'm going too fast. 7th in offense, 55th in defense, 59th against the pass, 72nd against the rush, 9th in rushing, and 22nd in passing. So their offense is top 10. And I think they can run on this Clemson defense. I think Haynes King is pretty. I like Haynes King. I think Georgia Tech wins this, and I think they win this. What score do I have? I have them win by 8. So I love Georgia Tech in this game. Now, Clemson 118th in offense, 75th in defense, 96th against the pass, 40th against the run, 127th in rushing, and 75th in passing. And that's why I think Georgia Tech can win this game because they can control the clock. Because Clemson's not good at running, and they are 40th they're 40th against the rush, so I guess they can stop the run. But Georgia Tech being at home, playing a top 25 team, top 15 team, I think they're going to win this game. I think they win this outright. I think they sneak into the top 25 next week. They don't. That's not right. I think they win this game. They should. I'm not going to say they're going to be outside the top 25, but Clemson should probably be 0-2 right now. They were losing last week until the fourth quarter. So, not impressed by Clemson. Wasn't impressed in the first game. Not impressed. I didn't watch last week, but judging from the score, didn't really play well. They got lucky. Now Wisconsin at number 19, Alabama. Roll Tide roll. Or the Tide coming off a win last week against some opponent I forget. They won like 53 nothing or something. I forgot what they won by. But so this is the second meeting between these two. They met in Wisconsin Madison last year, 2 years ago. I have Alabama winning. I think it's gonna be a close game. I have 34-24 Bama. So Alabama, then 34th, 34th in offense, 37th in defense, 10th against the run, 10th against the pass, 102nd against the run, 85th in rushing, and 20th in passing. So they are top 20 in passing and top 10 in passing defense. So their weakness is the rush game. That's rare in Alabama. They produced a lot of good running backs down there, and to be top 10 in passing and not top 10 in rushing is weird. But 85th against the rush, okay, it's not bad. Giving up 149 rushing yards game. So I have Alabama winning 34-24. I'm saying Alabama could run away with this game. Georgia and Tennessee, probably the game of the weekend. Number 6 Georgia versus number 15 Tennessee. Both 2-0. Let's take a look at them. I see this very well could be the game of the weekend. I hate these two teams because I'm a Gator. Yeah. I hope they tie. Let's take a look at the Georgia Bulldogs. 7th in defense, 37th in offense, 25th against the rush. 25th against the pass, 15th against the run, 34th in rushing offense, and 58th in passing offense. So they are top 40 in both, top 10 in defense, as expected, like always. So that's not no surprise there. So Tennessee, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a hard-nosed SEC game.
Bang.
Yes, this is one game I'm gonna watch.
I ain't taking nothing but win.
I don't know why that played again. I don't know what I pressed. Keep playing it. It's so random. But anyways, let's take a look at Tennessee's ranking. Second in offense, 8th in passing, 20th in rushing, 20th in against the run, 87th against the pass, 53rd in defense. Yeah, I think Tennessee can win this game. I think Joey Aguilar is proving himself. And Stockton, I think Joey Aguilar is the better quarterback from what I've seen so far. I think being at home, Rocky Top, it's going to be rocking. I just say Tennessee. They're second in offense right now. I know it's only 2 games in, but they look impressive. So I say Tennessee wins 23-20. Next game is USC and Purdue. I think Western Purdue wins this game 26-23. So let's take a look at this. Where is it? Where is it? Purdue and USC. Not UCLA, USC. Where can I find this? There we go. Oh, wow. USC is first in offense, third in passing, 10th in rushing, 54th in defense, 70th in passing defense, and 51st against the run. Wow. I didn't think they were number one. I mean, wow. Okay. Maybe I have the wrong team winning here. Purdue is 64th against on offense, 28th in defense, 29th against the pass, 47th against the run, 78th in rushing offense, 44th against pass in passing. Sorry, I had to pause because I felt a sneeze coming. So, but the backyard brawl. This is the huge rivalry between West Virginia and Pitt. Um, this rivalry dates back to, let me look this up. Let me the allergies. I hate allergies. I know everybody has them. I mean, allergies are normal for this time of year. But the rivalry began, the very first football game that took place was in Wheeling, West Virginia in 1895. The first meeting was in 1898, was held in a short distance from Morgantown, third and fourth. Yeah, so they've been meeting for over 100 years. Maybe, I mean, over, yeah, 100 plus years. So this would be the 130th edition of the Backyard Brawl. So West Virginia leads the series. Let's see. I'm not gonna count all that. You should tell me, right? Pittsburgh leads the series 63, 41, and 3. Let's see. $107 million. So they've been meeting since 1895, but they haven't played every year. So this is only their 108th meeting between the schools in football. Not going to get into the rivalry in basketball, not basketball. But for football, it is their 108th meeting. And last year, let me go back. The last year, 2024, in Pittsburgh won 38-24. West Virginia won 17-6 in Morgantown 2 years ago. Pittsburgh won 38-31 in Pittsburgh. West Virginia won 21-20 in 2011. Oh, wow. So they didn't. So from 2011 to 2022, they didn't play each other. Wow. Okay. So the rivalry stopped for 11 years, apparently. And their first meeting back was 2022 in Pittsburgh. And then before that, 2009 to 2011, West Virginia won 3 straight. The longest, yeah, so, wow, okay. First meeting between the two teams. Okay. Final backyard brawl between the two schools. As a member of the Big East Conference, West Virginia overcame a 10-point deficit. This is 2011. So they stopped playing after 2011. And they resumed their rivalry in 2022. So, and Pittsburgh won. But since they resumed the rivalry, Pittsburgh is 2-1 against them. So I'm picking West Virginia to win. Let's see. I love a good old backyard brawl. I guess you could say it's more of a rivalry in basketball because they play every year. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. That's weird. There you go. I found it. I had to pause it so I could find it. So Pittsburgh, 34th in offense, 15th in defense. Is that right? Or 150? Yeah, 15th in defense. 15th in defense. 52nd against the run, pass. 56th against the run. Wow, only giving up 38 yards. Oh, just under 40 yards a game on the ground. Wow. 87th against the in passing and 16th in passing. I mean, they played 2 scrubs, so again, these rankings are not. It's only 2-3 weeks old. Some teams only play 2 games. Some I think only played 1. No, at most some teams play 2, and some have played 3. Like UNLV hasn't had a bye week yet, but they have like 2 in like 4 weeks. They have a bye week I think next week, and they come back, and they have a bye week and come back. So I think they have a bye week 2 times in 3 weeks. I think. West Virginia, 42nd in offense, 49th, no 45th in defense, 39th against the pass, 51st against the pass rush, 25th in running, and 79th in passing. So West Virginia is pretty good against the run, pretty good against rushing the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see. So Pittsburgh is good against the run, and West Virginia is good rushing the ball. So it's going to be interesting. And it's Rich Rod's first game back as a West Virginia head coach again this rivalry. This is the second game back. Or third game back. Sorry. The third game back? Yeah. Third game back and first in the rivalry. I think last time he was the head coach, that's when the rivalry was ending. So this is huge. This is an underrated rivalry in my opinion. People don't talk about this rivalry enough, but these two hate each other. These two absolutely hate each other. Especially the fan bases. Okay, college experience, listen to them. Mac, who's the West Virginia guy, he hates Pittsburgh. He always says eat shit Pitt. So yeah, it's a big rivalry, and I think it's underrated, in my opinion. So should be another good brawl between the two. And now, last game I'm picking is Florida and LSU. Um, Big game here. Florida lost last week to South Florida. Yeah, ugly. They lost ugly. They lost in the last second field goal. They shouldn't have lost that game. They should have never been in that position to lose that game. And LSU won. LSU is top 5 team now. Number 3, I think. 5. Um, I have LSU winning this game. I'm being realistic. I think it's gonna be. I thought Florida could be in the running for a playoff, but last week I think kind of killed that. Unless they run the table, unless they come up with some upsets here. This is the revenge game for LSU. Florida beat them last year at Swamp, so I expect LSU to get payback here. I'm just being realistic. Doesn't look good for my Gators. I love my Gators, but last week killed the momentum for any playoff hopes. We can still make the playoffs. We can still sneak in with maybe 3 losses, but we have to. It's gonna be tight. If we can beat some team, if we can somehow beat LSU, that would go well for a playoff. But we'd have to run the table. I mean, close to running the table. But I'm not giving up on the season. It's just that it's a little bump in the road for possible playoff for Florida, losing to South Florida. That's not a good loss. I mean, there's no good loss in any sport, but it's not good because SEC is a tough conference to play in, and it's gonna be a tough slate to wiggle your way to the playoff. That's Alabama. They didn't make it last year, but yeah, it's gonna be tight. If they can get only 3 losses, then one of those losses that you thought were gonna be in SEC has to turn into a win this game or the Texas game. If you can beat LSU or Texas, you're gold. Or you can beat Tennessee. And then you have Georgia. So you have LSU, you have Georgia, you have Texas, and you have Tennessee coming up. Not in the next 4 weeks, but they're coming up soon. The Tennessee's in October. I think Texas might be next week or the first week of October. So if you can somehow beat either Texas or LSU, and then maybe beat Tennessee, because I know they'll probably lose to Georgia. But you never know. You never know. And there's still some hope, but losing to South Florida doesn't help things. It's just a little hit in the road. Bill Napers might be back on the hot seat though. If they pull off this win at LSU at Death Valley, then things can change. But until then, I think they lose, and I think they lose 45-22. Get a late second touchdown. They're down. I think they might get blown out. So Florida Gators, 57th in offense, 25th in defense, 37th against the pass, 27th against the run, 57th in rushing offense, and 61st in passing offense. So, yeah. Offensive wise, they need to be better. DJ Lagu needs to be better. I know it's his second season, but the defense looks good. They lost a key piece, the Kawhi thing. I think Achilles injury. He's out for the season, so That's a big blow to the defense because he's one of our best D linemen. So now LSU. Sit 85th against in offense, 11th in defense, 45th against the pass, 7th against the run, 107th rushing, and 57th passing. So LSU, despite being top 5, their offense is not that great, and their defense is superb. Their defense is carrying them. So Florida has a chance to win this game. I'm not saying they can't, but I see a blowout. I'm being realistic as a Gators fan. I see 45-22. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to get this one wrong. 100%. I'll be happy to get this one. So that's all. That's the games I'm picking now for the best bet. Where's the best bet? Week 3 best bet. There you go. First one, the under in the Georgia Tech, the under in Georgia and Tennessee, 49.5. Minus, last time I checked, it was minus 110 on FanDuel. That's my first bet. First best bet. Weekend, second best bet. Second best bet is number 2 LSU. Team total over 27.5 against Florida, minus 114 on FanDuel. All the odds are from FanDuel. That's one book I would do. Let's see, it's my favorite book, I think, to use. Then with DK. Started using DK again. So yeah, those are the games. It should be a better week than week 2. I think week 2 was weak. I think week 3 is better. I didn't put Notre Dame or Texas A&M on this slate of game pick, even though it's probably people will argue it's the best game of the weekend. I disagree. I think it's going to be Tennessee and Georgia. So I only want to go with one of them. Because I wanted to put the Florida game here. And I wanted to put the backyard brawl in here a lot. So, in the other games I wanted to pick. Not always going to have the best game, but at least I'll have some of the best games. So I want to have some mixture of stuff. But with that, listen, make sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps the channel a lot. Help us get to 500 subs by the end of the year. Greatly appreciate it. Week 2 picks for the NFL just dropped. Check myself, Cliff, and my brother. We did that earlier today. It should have dropped already. So check that out under videos. And yep. And that's episode 118. And tomorrow night, when Wrestling Through the Years, myself, Doug, Daniel, and Plymouth, we'll be reviewing Unforgiven 2002, featuring Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. That's not featuring, but Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit is one of the matches. RVD challenging Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. Undertaker challenging Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. So that's 3 big matches on the card. Saturday for the animated Hour of Power, episode 6 will be. Let me check the matchup. The matchups will be. Hold on. Probably should have this memorized, but Johnny Quest versus Space Ghost, Battle of Planets versus Gilligan's Planet, yeah. Solar Opposites versus Harvey, Birdman, Attorney at Law, and Invincible, which is Static Shock, and then our power for the showdown, animated showdown on September 17th at 12 o'clock. The E Team versus Crowder, Captain Planet and the Planeteers versus Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling, and the other two was Ninja something versus uh, I can't pronounce these names, so but check them out. And then Sunday for the Stab Cast, Mindy and Daniel, another movie review for top 10. And then Daniel's gaming channel on YouTube as the Dizzle 97, and then on Twitch it's Dizzleverse. So check that out. For MoneyE, get myself back on the screen. For MoneyE, I'm out. I'll be dropping a Thursday Night Football shortly. So check that out, and I'll see you later. I'll be doing a premiere short or video tomorrow, depending on how much cartoons I've watched. So look out for that. And yeah, premiere March 4 is back, and I expect it will be the debut of East African Burnley. So looking forward to that. And with that said, later, guys.